Good morning, everyone. As we promised to our viewers that we'll have a series of sessions on a financial analyst course. With regards to that, this is would be our second session on a capital market aspect. So here in this session, we would like to explain you what is capital market, how capital market works, what are the key participants or key concept that you should know if you're looking for any financial analyst profiles, rules as such. Okay, so I let's start then. And if you I would request you, if you like this initiative, so please do like, comment and share this content with others. And if you're looking for any advanced process specific skills, then I would say just get inquired today and enroll for our courses like corporate actions, trade processing, reconciliations, business analyst, financial modeling, and many more. Because we have already supported more than 5,000 plus students with our different courses, and now this time we would like to have an impact on your career as well. So if you're keenly looking for a process specific skills, please get a schedule appointment with the experts and discuss about your requirement, and accordingly I'm sure you will get a good idea about your further career and all. So let's start it to this session. Okay, the topic is capital market. So here, if you ask me, so what is capital market? So it's a very simple. Simple means I'll tell you in a simple word so which you can understand it. Capital means fund, right? Capital means it's a fund. And when we say market it means it's a place. It's a place where you can exchange the fund, right? Capital means fund and market means place where the investors, brokers, buyer and sellers, so they can exchange the fund. So they can exchange the fund with securities. So they can exchange the fund with securities, right? And here, if you ask me, exchange, it means for us, it's a buy and sell of securities. Buy and sell of securities like equity, bonds, debentures, futures, options, and many more financial instrument. But categorically, so we can say here the capital market, it means it's a platform where it's a platform it means marketplace platform where the buyer and seller, so in short you can say investor or issuer of the securities, broker, custodian, clearing agents, agencies, banks, they all come together at one place it means it's a market, and they deal in different securities which will help businesses to raise the capital or funds, right? So the different instruments or different equipment should be, or different I would say different agreements should be, the debentures, bonds, ABS securities. ABS means asset backed securities, mortgage backed securities, normal equities, preference equities, different classes of equities. So in that way you can brief that your definition. So it's a very important to understand this. So capital market has a two different types. Capital market, it means it's a place. Now, at the moment, we have a place like NSE and BSE. At a global level, you would see NYSE, New York Stock Exchange, Shanghai Stock Exchange, Japan Stock Exchange, China Stock Market Exchange, Russian Stock Market Exchange. So at a global level, so it means each and every country they have a marketplace where buyer and seller they come together and they exchange the securities in the cash, right? Which is we can say it's a fund. So they exchange the securities and fund, and they provide funding to the businesses where businesses they can scale or develop, or I would say expand their business operations, or they can even increase productivity and all, and they can make the money to their investors. As simple as that. But yes, so when we say market, so you can say BSE, NSE, they're the marketplaces where you can buy and sell the securities. if I want to say show you so how the market looks like, so at the end we'll see that the example, so how the market means, what are the brokers and all. So they provide facility to access the capital marketplace where you can buy and sell the securities. So I'll show you that as well, but in next, maybe at the end of the session, so we'll cover that aspect. All right, so I'll take you ahead. I hope you got the idea about what is capital market it means. And now, if you see any question around capital market, what do you know about capital market and all? So you can brief about the same way which I said, like capital market, it means it's a platform where investor, buyer, seller, broker, custodian, then banks, all different marketplace, even government, they all come together, right? And they deal in different securities like bonds, debentures, equities, money market instruments, and many more. They deal in different securities. So government and companies, they raise the capital, and people like us who invest in those securities, and brokers and custodians and clearing agents who provide technical and tactical support to all the transactions. So that's how we can say it's a market ecosystem where each and every participant plays a very crucial role. So I hope now you got this idea. If you see any question as such around what is capital market and all, so you can explain in this way. So I'll take you ahead and see what we have. So capital market, I have explained it, but again, the theoretical definition, if you want, capital market, it means market or financial market that brings buyers and sellers together to trade stocks, bonds, currencies, and other financial assets. Capital markets include stocks market and bond market. They help people with the ideas become entrepreneurs and help small businesses grow into big companies. They also give folks like you and more opportunities to save and invest for future. So I'll explain you how capital market works. So let's assume it. You have your home. You have this home with so 20,000 rupees value. So as a let's say home owner, you're looking for a fund. You're looking for a 10,000 fund. So you're looking for a 10,000 rupees fund. So what will have, you will have options to raise the funds. Can you imagine what will have options to raise the funds? One, you can sell out this fund. You can sell out this, sorry, home, sell out the home and then raise the fund. That's the one aspect. Other one is instead selling. So why don't you split this 20,000 value into the units, split value into units. Let's say 20 units that you have decided, 20 units for 1 units for 1,000. So 20 units become your 20,000 value. So you can create the shares, list that shares in the market, and sell that shares to the people like who are willing to invest in your property. So in that way, companies, what they do, they measure or calculate the assets of the business, and then they split the assets value into small units, and that small units you can call it as a stocks. And that stocks, the companies, they listed on a different stock exchange. So exchange, it means marketplace where you guys can easily buy and sell the securities. And when you buy the securities, so it means indirectly you are providing funding to that business. So here, for example, let's say if you purchase this 1 unit, so it means eventually you are transferring 1,000 to the home buyer. So this man will receive the fund, so that man can utilize that fund maybe to acquire another properties, or maybe to decorate this property to do the business and all. So that's the different story. But eventually, so small, that units of that company's capital or assets, I would say that you can call it as a shares. And if you are interested to invest in those stocks, I have already provided you link in the description. So open the demat account, open the trading account, and then you can also buy the assets of the different companies through your demat and trading account, right? So I hope you got the idea about what is shares or what is the bonds. It means bonds, it means just replace the name. Again, company what will do, company will split the value of this particular property, let's say home, and home value company will transfer through right to sell agreement. So to the, let's say, lender, it means people like who will provide funding to the business. And if you do that, then ultimately company is transferring the asset rights, selling rights to the bond holder. And if that happened, then we can call it as a bonds. So that's the difference between equity and bonds. But yes, in both the cases, company will split the company's assets value into small units and then issue in that value in the market, where people like us, people like mutual fund, hedge fund, private equities, or investment institutions, they'll buy and sell the securities directly from the market. So I hope now you got this idea. And other aspect of the capital market is not from the company side, from the investor side also. Investor, they can invest in a different stocks like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, eClerx, and many more companies, where they can generate the revenue or generate the alpha, generate the income for their future. If you want to secure your future, so you can invest in stock markets. I'll show you that how I invest or how I do the tradings and all. If you want, in the last 2 to 3 minutes, I'll walk you through the real example, so which you can understand it. So capital market, it means what exactly for you, so that you can understand. So I hope now you got the idea about what is capital market. Try to answer in comment section. So what is the difference between money market and capital market? So here, try to answer it, this question for the viewers. What is the difference between money market and capital market? The another question is, who regulate money market and who regulate capital market? And the third question for you, can can let's say private limited company can raise funds through commercial paper. So is it true or false? So try to answer for this question also in the comment section. So this will help you to prepare for your interview as well. So difference between money market and capital market, you can post in comment section. Who regulates the capital market and money market? Again, you can try to answer in comment section. I'll verify it. And the important one is here again, the can private limited companies, so in that way you can note it down, can private limited companies raise funds through commercial papers? Yes or no? Answer it yes or no. So in that way, post your thought or answers in comment section, or practice with me definitely. Then see, if you practice with me like this, ultimately after each and every slides, I'll give the hint what type of questions that you may expect around, so you can practice those and post your answers in comment sections. So that will help you to practice for your upcoming interviews and all. Okay, I'll take you to the next slide and see what we have for you. Again, capital market, see, always you would see the different aspects of each and every market. So a similar way, that we have like capital market has a two types. One is primary market. Primary market, it means it's an invisible market. You cannot see that market, which is visible somewhere. So it means it's an invisible marketplace. So for example, let's say your company located in Pune, so you can make a deal in Pune only. So that market you can call it as a primary market. So for example, let's say you have your business in a Bangalore location and you want to raise the fund, then you can raise the funds at there only. So you can invite people who are interested, you can communicate with them and ask them to visit your company and then sign the deal with them. So in that way you can execute your deals or you can raise the funds. So that marketplace, you can call it as a primary marketplace. And another marketplace which you would see, that is a secondary marketplace. Secondary, it means, so indirectly, people like us who provide funding to the businesses, so that market call it as primary market. Here, if you ask me, it's a primary market. It means it's a directly offer opportunity to the companies to raise funds from the investor, right? And secondary market, it means it's an indirect marketplace where you're going to provide funding to the business, but not directly. So there buyer and seller works. Here only buyer of the securities come into picture. Here directly issuer sell the securities to the buyer, and then after buyer can sell the securities. Buyer can sell the securities to the again another buyer through secondary market. That's the difference. So it means first time issuer, let's say TCS want to issue the securities. So TCS will visit to the primary marketplace, draft the in detail offer, content and all, and issue that in the market where investor will participate. They'll buy the securities and they'll hold the securities. And if they want to sell, so they can sell it to the different buyers. But that activity, another buying and selling activity will be executed through secondary market. And here if you see the description, primary market is the market for a new shares of a securities. A primary market is one which company issues new securities in exchange for a cash from an investor or buyer. I would say investor, it means buyer of the securities. It deals with the trade of new issues of stocks and other securities sold to the investors. When company publicly sells new stocks or bonds for the first time, such as in an initial public offering, any private limited company, let's say we have an example, Zomato. When the Zomato listed securities, the private limited Zomato become public limited, right? Public limited. So in short, if any private limited company want to raise capital through NSE or BSE or secondary marketplace, so that company, you can call it as that company decided to raise capital through public offering. So it means first time they'll announce public offering and they'll raise funds through people like us, common people. So that activity, you can call it as an initial public offering, IPO, first time. So in short, again, I'll brief. So here you may expect question. What are the different types of capital market, primary and secondary? So you can answer it in this way. So here again, another question you may expect. If let's say, you can try to answer it if you want. If let's say GMT is a private limited company. GMT is a private limited company. Can GMT raise funds through common equity without listing that security on a stock exchange? So try to answer it and post that answer in comment section, right? So you may expect questions like this. If you're looking for a BNY, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley interview, and if you are at a fresher level, so you may expect questions like this. So you may expect questions like, let's say GMT private limited company can issue or raise the capitals through NSE and BSE because they're a private limited and then they don't want to even list their securities. Can they raise? So answer it in comment section if they can or not. And also try to provide example as well. Why means why they can't raise the capital through public limited or sorry public platforms like NSE and BSE. So try to answer it. So you may expect questions like this. Okay, but yes, any private limited company want to become a public, then they'll have to go through the public offering. That's the another important line, so that you should note it down. So here this market is sometimes called the new issues market. Again, this primary market, you can call it as the new issues market. So new issues, it means government and private or public companies, they can issue their shares in the primary market only. First of all, means they issue in the primary market. Secondary market, as I told, it is for us, buyer and seller, right? For example, let's say if I take the example of agriculture vegetables. Agriculture vegetables, the farmers, they send that to the vegetable market, right? And then you can there see, then you don't need to contact directly to the farmer of that particular vegetables. You can directly contact to the seller of the vegetable, and then you can buy it from there. So in the same manner, you can relate that primary market, it means it's a market where issuer list the securities or asset, means whatever assets that they have, they split that assets across all the units and they issue that units to the investor. So that activity happened in the primary market because that happened at a first time. So that happened in their primary market only. And after that, if you want to sell out that securities, that will executed in only in the secondary market, right? So here again, when investor purchase securities on the primary capital market. The company that offers the securities hires an underwriting firms. Underwriting firm, it means investment banks come into picture where they help to design the IPO events, or because IPO it means it's a fundraising events where company want to raise the funds. In short, it's a fundraising events. So investment banks like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, BNY, NT, so even HDFC Bank, ICC Bank, so they support or they help the institutions who want to raise the funds and all. So they support and help to the institutions, and they actually design the prospectus plan and everything, and support organizations to raise capitals from the different marketplaces with the different financial instruments. It can be bond, equities, preference equities, and many more other instruments also, right? And to create a prospectus outlining the price and other details of the securities and all. So as I told, so they calculate the assets of the business, means investment banks, they hire accountants, valuers who are experts in the valuation of securities and all, and then they design the in detail prospectus. So the support, it means the company, they can hire investment banks where they support to the companies to raise the funds for their businesses, in short, right? All issues on the primary market are subject to the strict regulations. Companies must file statement with the Securities and Exchange Commission and the other securities agencies, and must await until their filings are approved before they can go public. Of course, regulators plays crucial role. They verify the documents, they verify the everything, and then after they approved their prospectus, otherwise they don't approve it. So you would have heard about Mama's Earth. They filed IPO, drafting and all, but that filing got rejected due to valuation and other issues. So it means security exchange actively monitor all these activities and intervene into if they sees any suspicious activities in the prospectus and all, right? So that's how they raise the fund. Here again, you can take two questions from my side. So here you may expect questions. What is the role of primary market in a fundraising activity? Role of primary market. Role of primary market. You may expect question. So try to brief that in the comment section. The other one is how SEBI regulate regulate the capital market. How SEBI regulate the capital market. So you may expect question. Try to answer that in comment box. And the third question will be from my side. What are the difference between Security Exchange Commission, and SEBI, Security Exchange Board? So try to differentiate between Security Exchange Commission and Security Exchange Board. So these are the questions so you might expect in your interview process. So I would say try to practice those questions and update your thought in the comment section. So I'll verify it, review it, and I'll also provide you guidance as well if I see anything miss from there. Okay, so note it down these questions. Otherwise, I'll take you to the next slide. Okay, all right. So I'll take you ahead. Secondary market. As I told, capital market has a two types. One is primary market and another one is secondary market. If you want to understand the secondary market, so I'll give you the live examples. That is, NSE is one of the marketplace, which you can say it's a secondary marketplace. And another one is BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, which is again another example of a secondary market. Then Ahmedabad Stock Exchange, then NYSE New York Stock Exchange, New York Stock Exchange. Then other marketplaces like let's say London Stock Exchange, LNSE, London Stock Exchange. There are many more. There are many more. Each and every country they have the marketplaces. But yes, so here you can directly buy and sell the securities. Means one investor can buy the securities to others, and other investors they can buy and sell the securities to, means they can directly buy and sell the securities with each other. So that's what secondary market plays a very crucial role. That market offers the exchange facility where investor they can exchange the securities with each other. If the marketplace is not there, when we say market, it means let's say secondary market is not there, then how will you sell that securities to the others? Let's say you invested in XYZ securities. You invested in TCS at 1000. Let's say that you invested in 2010, and now in 2023 the price which is at 23, the price which is at, let's say, 3300. So what do you think? So you cannot return the securities to the TCS unless and until TCS won't execute any corporate actions like buyback, tender offer and all. So it means if you want to book the profit, if you want to exit from the TCS security, so there should be someone who are interested to buy the securities, who are interested in buy the securities of TCS. Then only you can sell that securities to, then you can execute the securities or sell the securities or take the exit from the securities. But yes, if you want to sell the security, there should be buyer, because you are a seller. First of all, you buy the securities. Invested, it means you buy it, and now you want to sell it here at this price. And if you sell it, there should be someone who are interested or who are willing to interested in buy and sell the securities, right? So in that way you can relate how you want to execute or how you want to buy and sell the securities from the market. So I hope now you got this idea how the secondary market support to the transaction. So see the theoretical description how the market means works. So secondary market, it means deals with the exchange of prevailing of previously issued securities among the investors once new securities have been sold in the market. So it means in a primary market, companies sold the new securities, and in the secondary market, an efficient manner must exit for their sell. Resell means resell activities exit, or resell activities you can see in the secondary market. Resale of securities that you would see in the secondary market. Secondary markets gives investor the means to resell or trade exiting securities. Means if you want to take the exit from the securities, so this market offers facility to you. And another important division in the capital market is made on the basis of the nature of security sold or bought. Stock market and bond market. The secondary market includes venues overseen by a regulatory body like the Security Exchange, where this previously issued securities are traded between investors. So investors they buy. See, in a secondary market, you won't see the relation of the issuer, right? So let's say TCS can't buy and sell the securities in secondary market. TCS is not allowed. Means if I have issued securities in the market, so I'm not allowed to buy and sell. Investors will buy and sell. Here, investors are allowed to buy and sell the security. So you would see there, they'll come into picture. So you should see that also, right? The secondary market includes when you overseen by a regulatory body like the Security Exchange, whereas the previously issued securities are traded between the investors. Issuing companies do not have a part in the secondary market. The New York Stock Exchange and the Nasdaq are examples of a secondary market. The secondary market has two different categories: this auction and the dealer markets. The auction market is home to open auctioneering system where buyers and sellers congregate in one location and announce the prices at which they are willing to buy and sell their securities. The NYSE is an open such example. So on the platform NYSE, you would see auctions, but we don't have auctions, right? New York Stock Exchange and other, they are not the auctions. So here you would see buyer and seller. So they don't auction it. They directly see the price and buy it. And in a dealer markets through in a dealer market, the people trades through electronic network. So it means we have at NSE, we have a electronic network. So we don't have auction system. We have electronic system where your trades get automated or automatically matched with your orders. Let's say if you send the request for a buy, if you send the request for a buy of 50 quantities, so that will automatically match with the sell of 50 quantities. Let's say price is 500. So same price is 500. Maybe one order with one or maybe one with multiple. So in that way, your order will be executed or will get executed. All right. So I hope now you got this idea how this exactly works and in which way that exactly works it. Anyways, so I'll take you ahead. So I hope you got this idea about secondary market and all. But if you want to ask me, so what would be the questions around this? So you may expect question difference between secondary market and primary market. Primary market. Try to answer this in comment section. What is the difference between secondary market and primary market? So another example that you might see questions where what is the role of secondary market or how secondary market secondary market works. So you might expect question like this: how secondary market works? Can you explain? Can you explain? So you might see questions like this, or you might see questions around primary market, secondary market, or other different terms. Okay, so try to answer those questions in the comment section. As I told, I'll review it. So I'll take you ahead. See how stock trades. The interesting one, how stock trades. Again, trades it means buy and sell. Trades it means it's a buy and sell. An investor first needs to choose a broker. So if you want to trade, you need to choose broker. I have already posted the broker link in the comment section. You can open your account if you want and try to practice through buy and sell securities. An investor first needs to choose a broker through whom he wants to trade with and enter into broker client agreement. It is the responsibility of the broker to explain different terms and conditions of the trade transactions and their implications before entering into an agreement with an investor. Right? So this agreement is mandatory. The features of this agreement that reduce the chances of any dispute on terms and conditions which relates to placement of an order, trade confirmation, brokerage charges by a broker, and delivery of a securities and payments when an investor has decided to buy shares in a particular company. So he contacts his broker, investor can place and for selling again. The investor contacts his broker. The stockbroker is obliged to sell at the best price he can get, and but an investor can decide what should be the minimum price he is prepared to accept. Stockbroker assists the investor in buying and selling of shares at the best price, but in no way he is under any obligation to supervise the investment or to advise or to make any recommendations to the investor and clients with respect to the sell purchase of shares. So it means, so when we can say trade, it means, see, for us, for a operation analyst, if we want to understand the trades, trade it means buy and sell activity, that you can say trade or transaction, or combine activity means buy and sell, that you can say trade. Buy security at 100, sell security at 120, difference is 20, that becomes profit. So for you, trade it means buy and sell together, you can call it as a trade, so that you have traded securities or you have purchased securities or sold the securities in the market. So that activity you can call it as a trade. Trade is a very very important activity, I would say, because most of the hedge funds, private equities, individual investors, they execute their trades or securities through the stock exchange. And trade, it means trade is the first activity that you would see in terms of accounting, investing, reporting. Trade is the first activity that you would see where without trading activity, how will you invest into the different financial instrument? If you want to invest, you will have to execute the trade. You will have to put the request for a trade. So trade is the first activity that you would see in your company or wherever that you guys will work. So it means you should know about trade, how trades works. So as I told, we'll see about how trades looks like in the system. I have that open, but at the end that we'll see. Okay, so here around trade processing, so you might see question, if you are looking for a trade processing interview and all, can you please explain the trade trade life cycle management or trade life cycle of a product? So you might expect questions, so you can try to answer in comment section. Then what is the difference between trade date and settlement date? So you also again try to answer it in comment section. So around this you may expect questions. Again, what if, let's say, security trades on the trade date, but at the time of settlement date security is not yet settled? So what could be the possible reasons why the security has not been settled in the account? So you might see questions around those. Try to answer it. So you can stop this video, try to note it down the questions and try to answer those. You can note it down on your maybe paper, or you can try to answer it in comment section also. Try it. Okay, so I'll take you ahead and see what we have other things. Electronic trading terminal, it means the technology where NSE and BSE, means the Indian stock exchanges which we have. So they have an electronic terminal system where the buyer and seller, so they can place the request through trading terminal. So brokers like custodians, investment banks or other institutions, they have access of trading terminal where they can check the buy and sell details, and accordingly they place the request to the trading terminal, and trading terminal automatically match the orders and they execute the trades. So that's how here you would see trading system or trade terminals that works, right? So here you would see that electronic trading terminals use information technology computers to bring buyers and sellers together in a virtual marketplace. So it means it's a virtual network where you can send the request or buy and sell the request, I would say, a marketplace. And rather than one trading floor, electronic trading either directly with the counterparties or through a broker has transformed traditional methods of the trading through exchanges. Rather than reaching the exchange and the trade from the floor, institutional investor, brokers, and dealers can trade directly through the electronic trading terminals installed at the members' rooms at a stock exchange building or at the remote premises of the broker. So it means broker, institutions, and big sharks or big investors, they will have access of the electronic trading terminal where they can directly access it. But what about the retail investors? Retail investors, why they can't they directly access? They access through broker. And that's what I said. If you want to access the stock exchange like NSE and BSE, so you can open the account with open the trading account open the trading account with broker. I'll send you the link, and then you can also directly access to the trading terminal, right? But not directly, so indirectly you can send the request through brokers to the trading terminal, and broker will confirm to you after your trade confirmation and all. So in that way market works for you. So I hope you got this idea, but here you might expect any questions. This is for a good to know basis how trades works in the market or at NSE and BSE. I'll take you ahead. Yes, entry of quotes and orders. Here, if you want to send the buy and sell request, let's say if you want to buy and sell the securities, the key information that is required, trade type. You need to select trade type while sending the quote. Quote, it means the order. See, when you visit any restaurants, what you discuss with the waiter, you discuss the quantity, price, amount. The similar way, here with the brokers, you can select the type of order, buy and sell, and accordingly you can place the request. Then market type, it means types of market, it means, let's say, future options, bonds. So see, select that and accordingly place the request. Then type of orders, always make sure market price that you need to use. Market price, it means your selected price, not the broker selected price. If you select the market price, it means broker will select that price, and broker will try to always sell the securities at a higher price. And if you send the order for buy, always try to buy the securities at again higher price, sorry, sell at a lower price and buy at a higher price. So that would be your loss. So I would not suggest to select the market price. So you need to select the limit price. Then volume or quantity, you need to select symbol of the security, it means ISIN or options IDs. So depends on the financial instruments, you need to select that. And then account, it means assigned account or number of a client. So in even price also, that becomes important while drafting and quotation to the buy and sell of securities. I'll show you this how it works. So we'll not see the end to end this line, but yes, this quotation how you can draft, I'll walk you through. The process of continuous long as the incoming order remains executable. If not executed upon entry, an order is held in the central order book. Also, it is possible for a single order to generate multiple executions at a different points in time. For example, an order may generate a partial execution upon entry while the remaining open order remains in the order book. The open portion may get executed a minute later, an hour later, or even a day later. If its validity extends beyond the current trading day, all executions are subject to the restrictions of the market order matching range. Market orders have the highest priority for the matching, since the purpose of the market order is to be executed as quickly as possible. So it means if you want to quickly execute the order, then you can select market range. Market, it means market type, this one. And if you want to only execute the trades at a predefined price, so that will take little longer. So that's the difference, right? Always take precedence in the matching process for the other orders with the worst prices. Again, if the limit orders have the same price limit, the criterion used for the establishing matching priority is the order times TAMP, and the orders already present in the order book are always executed at their specified limit price. Price improvements for orders in the order book are only possible during an auction process, opening or closing auction. Orders going into the order book are always matched at the appropriate prices available in the order book up to the specified time limit. So here, this data, this slide, I'll help you to understand through practical example. So let's see if we have any example which is open at the moment. If I have it, I'll show you quickly. Uh, mm, I'll quickly walk through the example and see. The same is how you can put the quotation and all. See, we have one trade. So if you see in the morning, I have selected the price. So this data is front of you. This is the interface of market. So now go and check it. This is the interface of market. We have these details. So I have purchased the security Masgo doc, quantity 50 and price, average price 1236. But at the moment, if you see 1282, that is the actual price of the contract. And here you can see this, the data, the loss or profit, whatever it is. So now we have a profit of profit of this around 2000, means 3,000 profit which we have in this particular segment. So profit, if you see 2,000 profit which you can see. So this is how you can select and buy the securities, any securities that if you want to buy it. So how you can select, let's say this security, for example, let's say you want to buy the security uh, Nazara, then click on this. Here you can select the quantity, let's say 10 quantities or 100 quantities, price, limit and order, which we have already discussed. Let's say market price, when you select it means it will execute at a market price which is 674.65. But let's say if I want to buy the security at 670, so I can set that 670 and then click on buy, then automatically it will get executed. So this is how I can buy and sell the securities. So it's a very important to understand that how this marketplace works and all. So accordingly you can plan it out your trades also. Okay, so I hope this example will help you guys to understand so how the market works and all, how you can quote it means again drafting, send the draft to the broker once you send the order. So if you see I have placed multiple trades. So here you see means I have purchased this particular Masgo dock at 115. Already I made a profit and then again I put the trades. So again and again I'm buying the same security and making some money. So in that way, fund managers or brokers, so most of the investors, they follow the same practice. And here if you see auctions also, now you can participate in auctions as well. So if you have any securities, you can participate in auctions and you can buy the securities at your prices. So you can put a auctions. My one of my securities eligible for auctions. So you can also see the same. IPO, it means, so if you see here, so we have the different IPOs which are available. Hema Agro, HMA Agro Industries, then Atmaj Healthcare Limited, Vilean Bio. So these are the companies where they want to or raise the capital from the market. So if you see their quantities and all, so that you can purchase if you want, or you can participate in the securities if you want. So that's how they play the rules, or the market means raise the capitals and all. So this is becomes your primary market. So here if you see the securities, this securities become your primary market. After the security listed means the security will list on listed date, and then after this the same security, it will come here. This is your secondary marketplace. This will come here under NSE and BSE. Then most of the securities it will trade. So this is how, so you would see relation of primary securities and secondary securities or marketplaces, and those will be traded accordingly. So I hope now you got this idea about this marketplace and all. So here we'll stay. So we have covered the as much as we can. So rest things will continue to this session and we'll discuss further part in the next session. So meanwhile, so you may just note it down few questions and you can try to answer it in the questions. Okay. So try to note down few questions so which may you may expect. So as I told, what if you have incorrectly send the instructions to the broker? So how will you means recorrect it or take the action? Or is there any process which you can follow? Right? So in that way, you can see that and try to answer these questions in the comment section. Then apart from that, what is the difference between normal buy and sell with auctions? What is the difference between buy and sell with auctions? So try to find out the answers with that, right? And post in comment sections. So yes, I'm done with today's session. So if you like this initiative, I would say just send this with the others as well. Let them also understand this and try to share this content with others. If you ensure that, comment, like, and sharing with others, then definitely that will encourage more to us, and I'll ensure it I'm doing a lot of things for you guys, right? I'm not asking you to paid any things to me, but yes, you can put a comment, like, and share this content with others. And if you're looking for a paid courses also, means advanced level of skill set, if you're looking for, check the comment section. I have already update the comment section with the links. You can go there and check it, material, recorded sessions, and live sessions courses as well, with a reasonable price, I would say, and you can buy it from there. Thank you. We'll see you next session on a different topic.